Hey guys, what's up? It's Angelina and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm actually going to be testing out a few new products, and a lot of these I'm really excited to be sharing with you guys. I actually just got them in PR a few days ago. I actually just came back because I was in Atlanta, but I'm back home and I'm so excited to try these, so let's get into it. Since now we're going into the fall months, I feel like brands are coming out with a bunch of complexion products, which I'm obsessed with. I always love the transition from summer to fall because I feel like there's a lot of fun makeup that comes out, especially when it comes to like foundations. The Professional foundation, I have it in the shade 19N and 22N. So it says it's supposed to be smoothing and blurring. It is medium coverage, natural matte finish, 24-hour long wear, all day blurring, non-comedogenic, waterproof, and transfer proof. So this I will probably try in the next video just because I have something a little bit more exciting. I do think the packaging, however, seems really cute, and I just think that it's exciting to see this from Benefit because I don't think they've done a complexion product in a long time. I'm so excited I got sent this because I saw this on Trend Mood and I was instantly about to purchase it. This is from Armani. This is the new skin tint. I got it sent in 2 different shades. One of my favorite foundations is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. So I'm excited to see how I feel about this. I haven't tried a skin tint from Armani, so I feel like this one might be good. Also, the packaging is super sleek, and then this is just what the tube looks like. I think it's super cute. This innovative, weightless, ultra-long wearing formula is available in 20 luminous shades with an undeniable radiance that lasts for 24 hours. The luxurious, serum-like texture glides on effortlessly, feeling like nothing at all, while visibly perfecting your complexion. Powered by vitamin C and hyaluronic acid, this innovative tint works to hydrate, plump, and enhance your skin's texture with every wear, ensuring your makeup always works for your skin, not just on it. Okay, cool. I mean, I feel like a lot of makeup brands claim that like your skin will get better over time while wearing their product. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I mean, if it's a good skin tint, it's a good skin tint. So it's actually called the Golden Hour 24-hour lightweight skin tint with hyaluronic acid. It retails for $49. Considering the foundation is like what, close to $70, that's kind of crazy that a skin tint is like $50 in my opinion, but okay, you can kind of see the shade peeking through. I kind of love that because you're kind of able to just get a feel for the shade just looking at the packaging. M4 definitely looks a little bit too red tone for me. Oh, it comes with a pump. I kind of love that. Oh, okay, this actually kind of looks like it would be a good color for me. It is extremely liquidy. So that is M4. Let's put M5 next to it. This one is more neutral and more peachy. This one is definitely more warm. I feel like my skin tone is like definitely more on the neutral side, which I'm surprised because this kind of looked like it was like leaning towards being like a reddish undertone, but it might be like the perfect neutral. Not too bad. I definitely have some redness and some breakouts, hyperpigmentation, but my skin has been clearing up compared to I think the last time that you guys saw me. So this is very liquidy, so I'm going to try my best to like be careful. Okay, now that it's on the skin, I do feel like it might be a tad too red, or like pink, I should say. I low-key feel like mixing the two shades would be perfect. It's so liquidy that I have to like tilt my head just because I don't want it to like fall. Okay, we'll say, even though the coverage is very light, it's doing a really good job at just correcting my skin. Okay, so this is definitely a lot warmer than the other one. It's definitely a little bit deeper. I guess maybe more so because it's very golden. Okay, but there's an obvious shade difference. This one is very pink, very neutral, and this one is very warm toned. I feel like brands tend to lean very warm tone versus leaning neutral. So it's really nice to see a shade like this, especially as a brown girl, because for so many years and for just so long, brands were giving us only warm tone products, and it's like you can have a medium skin tone and have neutral undertones. Like you don't always have to have like this olive warm tone situation going on. I feel like there needs to be a mixture of these two shades together, and I think that would have been my perfect shade. I kind of want to see how it looks mixing them together. Okay, so I'm going to add some of the more golden one on this side. I probably put on more layers than I normally would. I think though it looks really nice. Like I actually really like this. And I'm normally like at least a medium coverage girly, but I feel like this is really nice. Even though I don't, even though I do have things to cover, I feel like it cancels the redness out, especially. And it just makes the skin look really nice and it's almost blurring, which I like. However, I do think that the perfect shade match for me would have been something in between both of those shades because in real life I would not be able to purchase two of them and I would hate to have both of them to mix them together. It still has a tint to it, so I do think, you still need something that's close to your skin tone. Some lip balm. I've been using my Pharmacy Lip Smoothie. My lips have been really dry because I'm on a new medication and it really just dries everything out. So my skin has been on the drier side, although I will say it's like definitely back to my like combination skin, but it is a little bit more drier, which is better and easier to maintain, especially in the summer. I did pull out my microphone because one of you guys said that you couldn't hear me that well in my last video. I had the microphone this entire time. I was just too lazy to use it, but now I will be using it. So this is me after. Let me know what you guys think. So yeah, texture wise, I think everything looks really good. I mean, it covered hyperpigmentation pretty well. Obviously, like these spots that I have here are pretty dark, so I really don't expect anything to cover them except for like color corrector and like concealer. It honestly feels really nice. I will say it is extremely liquidy, so definitely be careful with your clothes when you're using this. Okay, so I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup. I have some liquid products that I want to use before I set everything down, so let's get into it. I also pulled things from my collection that I haven't used in a minute that I've been like really wanting to use. I reluctantly pulled out my Huda Beauty Faux Filter, and I say reluctantly because I love this. The packaging just really sucks. But I'm trying to like not let that get in my way. I'm also going to use this to color correct the pigmentation that I have going on. Okay, for concealer, I'm going to be using my Valentino concealer in the shade MN4. I really do like this. It's honestly, like, I think my favorite concealer of the year, which is kind of insane. I feel like it just gets the job done, and it's very neutral. Like, look at how easy that was, and look at how natural my under eyes look. I also love how it's, like, luminous, but it's not overly luminous. I feel like it just looks really, really good. I wanted to get into my Rhode blush. I've been using the other shade, which is Toasted Teddy, a lot in real life, so I wanted to pull out Piggy, which is this really nice pink shade. Honestly, I really like both of the shades. I just think that Toasted Teddy definitely stands out to me. What I really like about these blushes is that even though it's like a cream formula, it still has the ability to like stay in place and it's not overly dewy or overly shiny, so it's really good for like an everyday blush in my opinion. I use the lip liners and I use this. But besides that, I don't think any of the other launches really appeal to me. I think that she's actually going to be available in Sephora soon, which will be so much better. I feel like I'd be way more inclined to try things from the brand. I cannot wait for it to be fall. It's literally the end of August and I'm so excited and I'm so ready for fall because my fall looks are gonna slay. I think makeup looks the best in the fall months and it's just not as hot. I also brought out my one size palette. It's like a trio. I really just use the powder portion and I'm gonna use that to kind of like top this. Just kind of like set it in place. My Merit Bronze Balm in the shade Cien. I do really like this, but the shade is just a little too, like, it's not as dramatic as I think I would like. So I have to put on a ton. But I mean, it's really good if I'm going for like a natural kind of bronze. Okay. I will say I do really like it for the nose, but besides that, I just feel like it's a little bit too dewy and it's a little bit too natural. Okay, I'm gonna set with my Jones Road powder just because I know that this is a good powder and it like never fails me. I'm trying to make sure that I tap out the excess powder just so my face doesn't look super heavy. So I am going to use my Made by Mitchell palette because I do want a brighter under eye, but I didn't want to use a brighter concealer. I just feel like this does the job. And I'm really only focusing it right there. So as much as I really like these powders, I do think that you have to like tap it out or else it has the ability to look heavy. I wanted to use this high beam highlighter. I've had it in my collection, but I haven't used it. It's from Benefit. It is this really nice highlighter, but it's obviously like a liquid highlighter. However, anytime I've swatched it, it just looks so pretty. Oh wow, it's like super, super blinding. This is probably the first time in a long time I haven't started with a lip tint on my lips. I feel like I always have lip tint on these days. Could use my Jones Road pencil in the shade Cognac. You guys, my birthday is coming up so soon, and I just feel like it was just my birthday like yesterday. And it's so insane because I keep getting like flashback, like Snapchat memories of what I was doing this time last year, and it literally feels like it was 2 days ago. But I cannot believe that I'm gonna be 26. Like I'm no longer in my mid 20s, I guess. Or am I? What would you say? What do you consider your late 20s to be? Because I know some people consider late 20s to be like 27 up, but I just feel like anything after 25 is late 20s. So, not sure. 25 was great. I feel like 25 was probably one of the best years ever. I feel like I did everything I said I was going to do, and I just really held myself to a certain standard and I really kept it up. I'm actually gonna go to the weekend concert, so I might film a get ready with me. I'm gonna try to. But that was like my gift to myself, to be honest. I bought those tickets back in February. So I'm doing that and then I'm doing like a little birthday dinner with my friends and my family. I feel like I have to do it this year because next year I literally won't be living here anymore. But yeah. Anyways, for lipstick, I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk just to kind of keep everything neutral and like natural looking. So I've always loved Pillow Talk. I know a lot of people like Pillow Talk Medium, but I actually have never tried that. So if you've tried Pillow Talk Medium, let me know if you think I should get it. I feel like I need a gloss, but I always feel like I need a gloss. So I have my Maybelline Lifter glosses. I think I'm gonna use the shade Ice. I've gotten a lot of PR packages over the years, but I will say when Maybelline started sending me stuff this year, it was just such a full circle moment because I've been using Maybelline products since the beginning of time. It's actually like still one of my favorite drugstore brands. I will say like Maybelline and L'Oreal I think are like my two favorites. I actually used my Patrick Chow brow gel again today because I finished, I think, almost all of my brow gels. I went through the Lith one that I got in BoxyCharm. I actually really like that. I have my Grande Cosmetics brow gel, which I actually don't love because it doesn't keep my brows in place, but like it does the job for every day. However, it's also like one of those like gel formulas, which I feel like go bad really fast. So I haven't been using it because I feel like the color turned cloudy, which I feel like means that I have to throw it away. My favorite one has actually been the L'Oreal 24-hour brow gel, but I've been saving it. I've been saving it because it's so good. So I decided to just go back to using my Patrick Ta brow gel, I mean brow wax, and I feel like it looks really good. I'm also trying to go for like a more like natural brow. I don't know if it's working. I do think I want to like thin out my brows a little bit just because they were super thin and then I grew them into this and now I think I want to thin them out again. I don't know. I will say I'm super impressed with this Armani skin tint. You know, it being lighter coverage and kind of like more sheer, I feel like I didn't know what to expect because I just prefer like at least medium coverage. But this has something about it that gives you that really nice blurring property to the skin. So I feel like even though it's less coverage, my skin looks really good. The texture looks really good. And I feel like as long as you kind of go in and like spot conceal, color correct anything that's a little bit deeper, then I feel like it's essentially perfect. I definitely feel like if you have less problematic skin, you would definitely like this just because it is very sheer coverage. It's definitely light coverage, so I can see why people who don't love a ton of makeup would like to wear this. But that being said, as somebody with problematic skin, I still really like the way this looks on the face. I think it really blurred everything. I think it paired really nicely with other products, which is always like a main test for me because especially when it comes to skin tints, sometimes they don't always mesh well with other things. I don't have a complaint about anything that I tried out today. I feel like everything looks so nice. All of this makeup looks so nice paired together. I'm excited to see how it wears. I'm definitely going to be wearing it throughout the week to kind of give you guys my opinion. So I will also be keeping that in the description box down below in case you're interested. But that's it for right now.